My mom ruined the best night of my life by announcing she was leaving my dad for my date's father at my prom in front of everyone. I had been waiting for Tyler to ask me to prom since sophomore year. He was sweet and funny, and we'd been flirting in chemistry class for months. When he finally asked me in March, I literally couldn't breathe for a few seconds. I said yes so fast he started laughing. The weeks leading up to prom were perfect. I found a beautiful emerald green dress that made me feel like a movie star. My mom offered to take it to get steamed, and for once she actually came through. The day of prom, I spent hours on my hair and makeup, and when I came downstairs, my dad got emotional and said I looked just like my mom did when they first met. Tyler picked me up looking incredible in his suit, and my parents took about 100 photos. My mom hugged him and said she knew his dad from some school committee, and Tyler nodded politely. We escaped to his car, and he told me I looked amazing, and that he'd been nervous all day that something would go wrong. Dinner was magical. We talked about everything: our plans for college, our families, our dreams. Tyler wanted to study architecture and design sustainable buildings. I told him I wanted to be a veterinarian, and his whole face lit up. "That's perfect for you," he said. "You're so caring with everyone." Then he got quiet and said, "I really like you. Like, not just as a prom date. I've liked you for a long time." I told him I felt the same way, and he smiled so wide I thought his face might break. When we got to prom, the gym looked incredible with fairy lights and flowers everywhere. We danced to every song, and he introduced me to all his friends and kept his arm around me the whole time. During a slow song, he pulled me close and whispered, "I think this might be the best night of my life." I told him it was mine too. My phone buzzed, and I saw it was my mom calling. I stepped away to answer, worried something had happened at home. "Just checking on you, sweetie. Having fun?" I told her everything was perfect and went back to Tyler, relieved it wasn't an emergency. We danced for another hour, and then Tyler asked if I wanted to get some air. We walked out to the courtyard and sat on a bench under the string lights. He held my hand and asked if I wanted to make things official, like actually be his girlfriend over the summer and into college since we were both going to state. I said yes immediately, and he looked so relieved and happy. We were walking back inside when I heard gasps near the entrance. I looked over, and my mom was walking into the prom in jeans and a sweater, mascara running down her face. Right behind her was a man I didn't recognize at first. Then Tyler's hand tightened on mine. "That's my dad," he said, his voice strange. "Why is your mom with my dad?" My mom spotted us and walked straight through the crowd. Everyone had stopped dancing. People were pulling out their phones. She grabbed my hands with shaking fingers and said, "Honey, I'm so sorry to do this here, but I couldn't pretend anymore. I'm leaving your father tonight. I've been seeing Tyler's dad for 6 months, and we're in love. We're driving to Vegas tonight to get married." I heard Tyler make a sound like someone had punched him in the stomach. His dad was standing behind my mom looking uncomfortable but not apologetic. "We wanted you kids to hear it from us," his dad said, before the whole town found out. I looked at Tyler and saw the exact same horror on his face that I felt in my chest. If our parents got married tonight, we would wake up tomorrow as step-siblings. The boy I'd just agreed to date was about to become my family. "Mom," I whispered, "why here? Why tonight?" She wiped her eyes. "Because I couldn't watch you dance with him knowing what was coming. It felt dishonest. I thought you'd want the truth." I didn't want the truth. I wanted one perfect night before everything fell apart. Tyler dropped my hand and walked away without saying anything. I stood there in my beautiful green dress while 300 people recorded my mother destroying my life. She tried to hug me, and I stepped back. The next morning, my dad moved out. Tyler won't look at me at school. Our parents got married in Vegas just like they planned. And every time someone asks how my prom was, I have to decide whether to lie or explain that my mother announced her affair in front of my entire class and turned my boyfriend into my stepbrother in the span of 5 minutes. She still doesn't understand why I'm upset. "I was being honest with you," she keeps saying. "Isn't that what you always wanted?" No, what I wanted was one night, just one perfect night before she took everything else. Full story linked below.